We have a Monday, and he does a fantastic job. We have a Monday miracle for you this morning. The remarkable story of how one mom persevered through her battle with COVID after spending nearly 3 months in the hospital on a ventilator. Now Cierra Chubb is finally going home to her family and newborn. We're going to hear from Cierra and her husband Jamal. There they are. It's a very special day. We're going to hear from them in a minute, but first, Juju Chang has their story.
A moment nearly 100 days in the making. Cierra Chubb walking out of the hospital to rehab. Healthcare heroes cheering her on after nearly dying of COVID. The South Carolina mom's harrowing journey beginning in July. Then, 8 months pregnant with her third child, Cierra was unsure how the vaccine would affect her baby. She chose to wait.
It wasn't like I'm not doing this. It was like, well, as soon as we give birth, this is a done deal.
Cierra was infected and within days hospitalized for pneumonia. Doctors rushed to deliver her son several weeks early. She was then placed on a ventilator in a medically induced coma. Cierra's heart stopping twice. Doctors worked on resuscitating her.
They called me that night and said, hey, you might want to get up here and come see her. We don't know that she's going to make it.
Suddenly, Jamal was parenting 3 kids on his own, documenting the heartbreak, going viral on TikTok.
As far as COVID-19 goes, guys, I don't want anybody to experience what we are experiencing.
Then, after several weeks, the good news they'd all been waiting for.
One night, a nurse calls me and she says, hey, Jamal, I'm giving you a call because Cierra's awake and she wants to talk to you.
Cierra is growing stronger by the day. Today, the big homecoming, reunited with her family at long last.
At long last. Cierra and Jamal Chubb join us now live from Encompass Health Rehabilitation Hospital in South Carolina. Thank you for allowing us to share your story, especially a big milestone today. Cierra, what are you most looking forward to today?
Being at home with my kids. It's been such a long time. They each came up to visit once, but it's not the same.
Oh, I'm sure it's not. And I know they can't wait to see you back in the house. How about for you, Jamal, about today?
Oh, man, Robin, I've been crying in the car all morning on my way up here. It was just surreal that this is the last time that we'll have to make this drive and that she's going to get to be home with our family. It's just, it's truly a miracle.
Jamal, you've got your family at home and you've got hundreds of thousands of family members all around the world now, people who started to follow your story after you started to share it on social media. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you're living life and all of a sudden everything feels like it's collapsing, really. And at first, I started sharing the story on TikTok just because I wanted to update people because I kept getting a lot of text messages. But then it grew from updating to informing people about what I'm seeing with COVID firsthand and encouraging people to get vaccinated. And so it just kind of took on a life of its own.
Well, I guess the ultimate update and milestone is coming when you finally go home, Cierra. But let's go back to the video we have of you actually walking out of that hospital. Take us through those steps and the reaction you were getting from that hospital.
That was incredible. I knew that there were going to be people that wanted to say goodbye. And I had been there so long that I'd gotten to know the nursing staff and the respiratory specialists very well. But I wasn't expecting there to be that many people that were so invested in like my wellness. So it was incredible.
And you can just see how genuine it is, the reaction and seeing you leaving the hospital like that. And now you're about to leave the rehabilitation center because it is a long process. You just don't go from the hospital and going home and being in rehab as you have. And Jamal, when you were talking earlier about how social media, getting the word out and helping, what has gotten you through this difficult time for your wife?
Oh man, so many prayers. I'm a person of faith. I believe in God. So many prayers from people. Specifically, there was a TikTok I posted that I asked for people to help me if their loved one or themselves had ever gotten this sick, because at the time doctors were saying that we should go the hospice route. And then people reached out to me, particularly a lady named Kristen Kay, who got COVID-19 back in December 2020 before there was a vaccine, and she kind of helped me with the steps that she walked through and just gave me a lot of hope for what we saw in Cierra. So.
And we followed your story, of course, through social media and what you were posting, Jamal. And I think you would probably answer this by saying, you know what, I did what I was supposed to do. This was my responsibility, my duty in the house, take care of my wife, take care of the kids. But Cierra, can you share with us here and maybe say something to him here publicly that maybe you've been saying privately? You had to have still appreciated and had a respect for what he was going through and how he kind of held it down while you were in the hospital.
Absolutely. Before this happened, I was a stay-at-home mom, so I was at home with my kids 24/7 with them climbing all over me, needing every little thing, walking past their dad to ask me for things instead, because that's just how it works. And so he's been a rock star the entire time, because it can be, just raising kids by yourself is just taxing. And when you get married, you are never expecting to have to do that part on your own. Like, it's a partnership. And Jamal and I have always shared those things equally. He's a very involved dad. So I think this jump for him versus maybe your average guy wasn't that big, but with me being sick on top of it, has to have been like exhausting, to say the least.
Oh.
So, but he's great.
And you know what, Cierra, you're great. And so, Jamal, can you reciprocate and show some love? I mean, that's wonderful what she said about you, and you're a beautiful couple, but can you just let us know what's in your heart for that strong woman by your side?
Yeah, no, and thank you for asking that question, Robin. Babe, I'll tell you like this, it was to see you fight and you not be aware of what was happening, but the last words you said before you got put on the vent was, "I'm coming back to my family." You posted that on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's just a hope I held on to as we progressed, right? I posted it, pinned it on my Facebook page, right? Because it gave me hope every day to read it, because I knew what you wanted to do. You wanted to come back,
yeah.
and you did that. And God blessed us. So.
Blessed indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is a Monday motivation for us, a Monday miracle, and enjoy being at home with your young ones. Thank you both. Thank you both. And there's so much more to your story. We appreciate you being here on GMA, but Juju's going to have much more on your story soon on Nightline. Well, not soon. That's not until 12:30. Wait, soon. That's 12:35 a.m. Eastern, 11:35 Central, but it'll be worth staying up for. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.